Hello, we're here in the Open World Forum 2010. I'm joined by Franz Meyer, who is responsible for a part of EMEA.
Part of EMEA. It's Western and Southern Europe, Middle East Africa.
Of Red Hat. So first, Franz, can you tell me a little bit about Red Hat? What is Red Hat? The history, the story around the company.
Yeah, historically, in fact, the company was funded about 17 years ago by Bob Young. And the name comes because everybody asks about the name. You know, it's Bob got offered by his grandfather a red hat, a red cap from a baseball team in the U.S. So he was always wearing his hat, and he was in IT. And everybody was asking, you know, would you need something in IT? Go to the Red Hat guy. So that came from here when he created Red Hat. The success of the Red Hat Linux distribution, packaging of Linux, came from all the packaging that Bob Young and his team made around that, and the Red Hat Package Manager format that is used in the Linux distribution, and then the company grows, into this open source space.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about your services and products? Some of the things that you how does Red Hat make its money these days?
Yeah, very interesting. I've been 10 years with Red Hat, so I would say I've been 10 years selling free things. But it's not free, as free of charge, but free as free speech. Very interesting is the thing is that we are a software editor, a software vendor, where the first job and the first work of Red Hat is really to work with the communities of open source and contribute to developing. So we are the first, number one, contributor to the Linux kernel, for example, and we work in all those communities and develop software. So we have credibility from a technical side. After that, obviously, we do work where we do engineering to package that software to make a software solution stack. This is done also through community projects like Fedora, for example, or JBoss.org. And then after that, we do a commercial product where it's still free bits, for the software, except that those free bits are bundled with what we call a subscription of services and value added. And this is things like 7 to 10 years life duration of releases that we do support in order to provide stability to customers. It's about certification of hardware and software of the software. It's about open source assurance, protecting on IP and patent for customers. And it's obviously maintenance and support that we do provide bundled. This is free software. We do provide value. We do provide value to customers, and they pay for that value through a subscription.
You mentioned that Red Hat Linux is built on top of community software, community-created software. So would you say that the community and the free software community is very, very important to Red Hat? Can you give us some examples of the contributions that you give in the free software world to make sure that...
Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very important because basically when you are a proprietary software vendor, basically you pay people that you have internally and externally to develop code that you own, and then you sell a license for the right to use the software. We don't act that way. We want people to have freedom in terms of technology, and we want to basically people to pay for value they get. So what we do, and the only thing we do, is that we basically contribute with community and projects in the open source world. And communities are very, very important for us because that's basically our R&D labs and that we work with. Without this community, we wouldn't get anything to sell on top of this free software. So that's because of the community that Red Hat is able to basically build a value-added proposal to customer that we sell on top of this software.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Franz. So Franz Meyer, Red Hat EMEA.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. We're here at the Open World Forum, and I'll see you soon on Intelli'N TV.